Hey, y'all. So, real quick, I just came to talk to y'all because I'm going through at the moment, and I figure, why not get a little therapy on the YouTube? Why not? Like y'all like my therapy. Talking to y'all is my therapy. You know, during times like this where it's late at night and I can't get to the counselor because I do go to actual counseling. But during times like this where I can't get to the actual counselor and I'm having a moment, why not talk to y'all, right? Y'all my people, y'all my family, so why not? Right? Right? So, since I still have my wig on and this damn lip gloss so sticky, since I still have my wig on and my eyebrows still slayed, I figure why not come talk to y'all? Now, if I come in here one day and I'm feeling bad and I'm ugly, I'm gonna have to just turn the camera off and just talk to y'all behind the ooh, that's good. But just talk to y'all without y'all seeing me. But real quick, like I'm going through. I'm going through right now because earlier today I was on the phone with a guy friend of mine, and he's liked me for a little while. Like we met at a tire place, and he asked me for my phone number. He threw a little joke out there and was like, "Let's get married." And so, that was just his way of asking me for my phone number, which I thought was cute. So I gave it to him. We've talked for months, but strictly as friends. It's normally been on the phone. Like we haven't even made time to see each other in person anymore. We've just talked to each other on the phone or video calls because he works a lot. Excuse me. And I'm just not ready to take the plunge at this moment. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not ready for a relationship at this moment. So, we just talk. So earlier when I first got off of work, he called me as a video call and he said, "Why can't I see you?" I had my arm in front of the camera, so all he could see was my little duster and my arm. That's all he could see. So he was like, "Why can't I see you?" I was like, "Oh, because I don't have my wig on." And under this wig is some natural hair that is in these two Cleo set it off braids, like serious, like for real, hood up under him. And it's because I'm trying not to cut my hair anymore because I did the big chop about a year ago, cut it down to like that long. Yeah, like the tip of my finger long. And it's grown out a lot. Like I have actual hang time on my braids. They come down to like right here. I have to tuck them up under my braids come down to like right here. So, I'm like, I don't have my wig on. That's why. So he was like, I don't care. I want to see you. He was like, I want to see you without your wig anyway because I want to know what you look like, without makeup on, without your wig on because I really like you and I want to get to know you more. I want to actually be in a relationship with you at some point. So I gotta see the real you. No makeup, no lashes, no hair, no nothing. So I'm like, all right. So my aunt overhears my conversation, right? And she's yelling from her room, get up and put your wig on. Get up and put your wig, like yelling. So as to try to stop me before I turn the camera on me without my wig on, she's trying to stop me from showing him me without my wig on. So I'm like, why? Why are you telling me to put my wig on? So, I go ahead and show him anyway. And he's like, why are you even wearing a wig? Your hair, you have so much hair. I don't understand why you even have a wig on. He was like, you have so much hair. It's thick and you're still pretty. Like with your two Cleo set it off braids, you're still pretty. So I don't understand why you even have a wig on. So that just brought up a lot of childhood issues that I remember now. And now I realize why I have so many self-conscious issues I have so many insecurities about different things like my complexion, my size, my double chin, my natural hair. Um, Me, when I don't have my real eyebrows is real thin at this moment. I don't know if it's because I plucked them too much or waxed them too much when I was growing up or whatever, but right now they're just real thin. At 32, they just don't want to grow in. I don't know what I did wrong, but so I draw them on. But I have a lot of insecurities, and I just figured it was just all women have insecurities, and that's that. You know what I mean? Like society makes us think that the darker your skin is, the less attractive you are. Colorism is real. It's everywhere. Come on, we see it all the time. Amara La Negra showed us that on Love and Hip Hop. So we see it all the time. Colorism is real. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop fixing my wig in a second. Like I said, I have a lot of insecurities, so I'm sorry. So when I thought back to it after she said that, I was like, grow being a child, an adolescent, and a teen, especially the teen years, because the teen years are the hardest years when you're coming into your hormones and puberty, and different things are growing on your body and different things are starting on your body, and kids are really cruel, and it's just a hard time being a teenager. And when I think back to what shaped my my self-esteem as a growing up or as an adult, I realized that comments like the comments she made, and a lot of people were like, well, what's wrong with that? Comments like those little slick ones she makes are what I had to hear every day growing up. As a dark-skinned, chubby child that didn't belong to her, that she kind of resented that she had to raise somebody else's child, I feel like. And I just don't really feel like she really liked me, and to be honest, but I don't think she liked herself either. I don't think I think that she was raised with these things said and put on her, and these insecurities that she had put on herself, and then she put them off on me growing up. That's how I feel. I feel like she just kind of passed her baggage along to me. And it was hard, ever finding confidence in myself. It took me a long time. It took me a really long time to actually think of myself as beautiful. It took me forever. People are like, oh, she's a dime, or she's like, I would rate myself on a 1 to 10 as like a 4 or 5. That's how I rate myself growing up. I didn't have any confidence whatsoever. I did not think I was that attractive. I always thought that everybody else looked better than me, dressed better. Like, I always felt like everybody else was better than me. And part of that was because that's how it was portrayed to me. Like, me and my sisters looked just alike, pretty much. My middle sister, we look kind of the most alike because we both have chunky faces. My baby sister is kind of slim, but you can tell we're related. But me and my middle sister look pretty much exactly alike. The only difference is I'm dark skinned and she's light skinned. That's the only difference. But we look exactly alike. And my aunt would do things like when she would come over, or my stepsister would come over, she would tell them how pretty they were, how beautiful their skin was, and, oh, look at your pretty skin color. And I was always told that I was ugly, or a black bitch, or a black cow, or, it was just always little subtle things that people would be like, oh, it's not really a big deal. Why are you upset about that? If you grew up your whole life hearing these things over and over and over again, you'll start getting upset about it too, because I know how that's what she's trying to do. Um, Back in a couple of years ago, we were trying to find out who my dad is. Still haven't found that out, but we were trying to find that out. And there was a guy that my whole family was telling me, "Oh yeah, this is him. That's who your dad is. Gotta be. You look just like his sisters." Blah blah blah. So I reached out to him, and we're gonna set up do a DNA test or whatever. I reached out to him and I talked to him. We had a great email exchange. I sent him pictures of myself and my children. At the time, I was married. I had just had my son. He was probably like 1 or 2 at that time. So I sent pictures of myself, my kids, my husband, and she was like, "You sent a picture of yourself? What kind of picture did you send?" He probably not even gonna answer you back. So with stuff like that, I'm like, I was so excited. I was so excited to tell her that I had reached out to him and that we had spoke and that he was okay. He was actually willing to do the DNA test and like telling me how he never knew anything about me. Nobody ever told him, and that he knew my mom, of course, and they messed around back at that time, so it was possible, but he didn't know anything about it. So I was super excited to tell her, even though my everything from her, my entire life pretty much was negative that came from her. I was still excited to tell her. I was still excited to share the information with her. And at this time, she was living with me because she had got into it with her fiance and left. She said he put her out, whatever. Who knows the real truth behind it? But they got into it. She needed a place to stay. She was living with me. I was not charging her any money. And I was so excited to tell her that this happened. And she shot my whole hopes and she shot my whole excitement down by saying, "Why did you send him a picture of yourself? He's probably not even going to respond." Like, me sending a picture of myself was going to deter him because I was just so horrible. So this is the same person who raised me. This is the same person who's had me since I was in second grade. Yep, same person who's had me since I was in second grade. And like I said, I'm just like thinking back to how her comments and her negativity really just shaped my whole life. Like how she really got what she wanted out of doing the stuff that she did to me, because it affected my whole life. She told me pretty much because of the slave mentality that the darker your skin is, the less appealing you are, that me, as my complexion and my size, that I would never be able to find somebody who would want me just for me. Nope. I was always going to have to be above and beyond. I was going to always have to do more than what a lighter skinned person would do. I was always going to have to be more of a everything to everyone type of person because of my skin complexion and my looks than anybody else. Like if I was light skinned or if I was slim, I could get away with not being as smart or as loyal and as indebted to people. Like I am a loyal person, loyal to a fault, and I will do everything in my power to make somebody happy. It doesn't matter if it damn near kills me. I will do it because that's just what it has been put into me. I'm just that type of person. I don't know how to be mean. I don't know how to say no. I go along with stuff just to make people happy. And like I said, now thinking about it, now looking back on it, I'm like, why? Why did this have to be put on me, Lord? It's hard. It is. And I'm definitely not trying to seem like a victim. I'm definitely not trying to say like woe is me or anything like that, or like to get anybody to feel sorry for me, because this is life. You know what I mean? Life isn't fair, and you just play the hand that you dealt. You know what I mean? Whatever cards you dealt, you just play those cards and you figure out how to work it, and you keep on going, because you realize that there are people who were dealt worse cards than you, and I know that. I know that there are people who had way worse lives than I have, and I'm grateful for whatever good parts of life I had. Like, I'm definitely not a victim. What I do wish is that I knew what it was like to, to just call somebody and be like, hey, mommy, or hey, ma, or hey, dad. Like, I don't know what that's like. I didn't grow up with a mommy or a daddy or a mom, or like, I never said those words. I never said those words growing up. I never called anybody mom or dad growing up. And that's something real simple that a lot of people take for granted. Like, a lot of people take for granted being able to say, oh yeah, my mom, or calling mom, walking in the house, hey mom, I'm home. Like, a lot of people take that for granted. And those little things do count. They do. And oh, Jesus, I'm stronger than this. I love myself. I think that I'm very beautiful. I love my chocolate skin. I do. Sometimes I did wish, a lot of times I wished I was light skinned. But I love my skin. I love my chocolate skin. I love my complexion. I love the fact that my skin doesn't really have a lot of blemishes on it. And, I'm just grateful for what I do have. I'm grateful for the mind that the Lord gave me. I'm grateful that no matter what is thrown my way, I figure out a way to keep going. I'm grateful that even though this person tried their best to break me my whole life, God saw fit to give me enough strength to keep going. And I'm grateful for the friends that I consider family. My friends' mothers who have adopted me and told me that I can call them mom, and they give me motherly advice and invite me to all of their holidays like I'm their child. They take my children in like they're their grandchildren. Like, I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my adopted family, because they've really been my family. My adopted family, they kind of just took me in. I'm not blood related, but you cannot tell them that. Like, I don't think that they realize that I'm not related to them blood anymore. When I say it, they look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, we don't have the same blood. I guess we do. No, we don't. Because they've just taken me in and taken my children in as their own family. I've been with them since I was 6, 7, and that's my family. That's my only family, really. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I'm a strong individual. I'm grateful that I'm a strong mother. I'm grateful that I love my children and that I'm here for my kids, and that nothing will ever stop me from being here for my kids. My daughter is driving me crazy. She is. She's 13. She's smelling herself. She is friends with the wrong people at school, and I'm trying not to hurt her, but we're gonna make it through it. We're gonna make it through it. Lord, we're gonna make it through it. But I'm grateful, and I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for everybody who watches this. I'm grateful for everybody who took the time, the 20 minutes that I just rambled on and on. I'm grateful that you're taking the time to watch it. And I'm gonna let y'all go because I'm getting sleepy, and this is really good. But yeah, I'm getting sleepy. I'm going to take a shower and relax because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna get into bed. Probably watch some TV and do this day all over again tomorrow. Just differently. And hopefully not with the bullshit. But I am grateful. I appreciate you for watching it. I appreciate you for listening to me ramble. And I appreciate you for letting me just dump some of my feelings off onto you guys. I love you guys.